I always thought trust was something you felt rather than saw, like the steady pulse of electricity hidden in the walls, constant, reliable, and easily taken for granted. Lila, my wife, was the opposite. She thrived on spontaneity, unplanned road trips, and impulsive adventures. So when she mentioned she was planning a girls' weekend in New Orleans, I didn't hesitate. I smiled, wished her a great time, and reminded her to take lots of photos. Yet something in her tone felt off. Careful, measured, almost like she'd rehearsed it. I shook off the unease, telling myself that love meant letting her live freely, without questions. 2 days before she was due to leave, Lila accidentally left her tote bag in the hallway. I wasn't snooping. I only moved it so it wouldn't be in the way. That's when I noticed 2 plane tickets peeking out from the side pocket and slipping onto the floor. My heart sank. One ticket bore Lila Moreno's name. The other read Alex Dalton. Alex, the colleague she often mentioned, supposedly happily married, the harmless friend she claimed she barely got along with. My hands started to shake. My mind spiraled, imagining every nightmare scenario I hadn't wanted to face. I snapped photos of the tickets, carefully returned them to her bag, and walked into the house, trying to appear nonchalant. Lila was in the kitchen, humming, completely relaxed. Looking at her, I realized how little I truly knew her anymore. That evening, she spoke about the trip, her voice light, avoiding my eyes. I nodded silently, feeling like a stranger in my own life, performing in a play I'd never auditioned for. Sleep refused to come. Memories of our years together, our anniversaries, late-night talks, small promises, flashed in my mind. And in each memory, tiny cracks I had ignored suddenly stood out. Her unexplained late nights, the perfume she insisted was a gift, the phone she guarded with unusual care. The next morning, I realized I needed witnesses. I wasn't looking for confrontation. I just wanted the truth. Alex had a wife, Serena Dalton. A quick search turned up images of a seemingly perfect family. Smiles, children, weekend barbecues, all built on trust that was about to crumble. I sent Serena the photos of the tickets and flight details, sticking strictly to the facts. Then I located Alex's work email and sent a calm, objective message, a warning that a personal issue was spilling into professional territory. When Lila left, suitcase in hand, she gave that rehearsed smile and soft farewell. "I'll miss you," she said. I kept my tone steady. "I'll miss you, too." By that point, the marriage I had believed in so fully was already over. Within hours, my phone flooded with messages. Lila was panicked. Then Serena reached out. "Thank you. I deserved to know." The chain reaction I had set off was moving fast. She called, her voice shaky but resolute. At the airport, she confronted Alex and Lila under the watchful gaze of security. Lila's face went pale, Alex stammered, and the surrounding passengers watched quietly. Serena didn't cry or yell. She handed Alex back his wedding ring and walked away. By the time the call ended, my home felt empty. The walls hadn't changed, but the life inside had evaporated. Lila came back hours later, desperate, offering apologies and tears. I handed her the photos and said, "This wasn't just a lie. You planned to disappear with him, expecting me to stay behind." She buried her face in her hands, sobbing. I felt nothing. Something inside me had shut off. That night, I packed a bag and left for my brother's apartment, silent and composed, leaving behind what remained of a trust destroyed. A week later, I sit in a small guest room, sunlight spilling across the floor. I don't know what the future holds, but I know it won't include illusions of love or promises meant to be broken. Trust doesn't disappear instantly. It wears away, grain by grain, until the foundation you counted on collapses beneath your feet. I'm not healed yet, but I've learned this. Losing someone who deceived you isn't really loss. It's creating space for honesty, for a life lived without compromise.